What's going on, everybody? It's your man Harry O over the top, back with another video. Man, oh man, I want to say something to everybody watching this video that thinks that going to counseling with a narcissist is going to change something in your life. It's going to make that relationship better. It's going to make that person do right. It's that person admitting that, they shouldn't treat you like they're doing. It's going to make that person change. Guys, I hate to sound negative and I don't really think it's negative. I think that sometimes we just we pick things up that way, or narcs will try to say that you're just being negative. However, trying to get somebody who loves what they're doing to you, trying to get that person to stop doing it, to see the error in their ways. They really don't need somebody to tell them, hey man, you really shouldn't cheat on your spouse. You really shouldn't gaslight, manipulate, lie, amongst other things. You really don't need someone to tell you those things when you genuinely want to make a change. A change is something that is done. It's an action word. It's not something you just talk about. It's an action word. It's a word that shows action. How about that? It's a word that shows action. It's a word that shows, hey, you know what? I really feel bad about what I did, and I'm doing things to change what I did, the way that I treat this person. When you go to counseling with a narcissist, lots of times you're going to find out that the narcissist won't even admit they're wrong in a situation. You can go to a counseling session with a narcissist, and guys, I'm telling you, you're going to find out things like this person, they will say things like, hey, I don't want you telling this person all my business. Yes, you're in a counseling session to discuss their behavior, the behavior that is sabotaging your relationship. And a narcissist will tell you, hey, I don't want some unknown person. I don't know this person like that, so I don't want them all in my business. They're going to manipulate the counselor if they can. And a lot of times counselors, they don't want the narcissist to feel so uncomfortable that, that they don't want to return, because that's usually what happens. They'll be in a situation and everything is pointing at one person, doing all the lying, doing all the cheating, doing all the manipulating. And as soon as you have a third party enter into that situation and say, hey, yeah, it's not cool to cheat, it's not cool to lie, manipulate, gaslight, and now it's 2 against 1. So that's how a narcissist will see it, because the narcissist wants to be able to come into the session, and again, guys, they want to be the victim. They don't want to go into it being the narcissist. They want to go into it and be the victim. They want the therapists to feel sorry for them. Yeah, they don't want a situation where, the therapist is feeling sorry for you. They already know that. So they're going to add different things to the pot. And, they'll go into their childhood traumas if necessary. Excuse me. But, going to counseling, I wouldn't recommend it. Not with one of them. If a narcissist felt that they want to go to counseling, I would let them do what they want to do. I would let them go. And if you need counseling yourself, I would go, but I would go individually. I think that's the best way to do it. Because a lot of times you got to just think, if a person is really that bad of a person towards you, they know it. They know it. But they're not going to admit to you that they're doing this stuff to you on purpose. They're not going to do that because they realize this makes them look like a narcissist. This is not, something that's in their favor. It's not something that makes them look good. So it's not something that they're going to want to share in your presence, because then that can be thrown back in their face. Them admitting, oh yeah, I know I cheated on you, or I know that I was, doing this time and I was lying to you and blah, blah, blah. And as you discover them, and again, another thing, we just have this assumption that when we're in counseling that they're going to tell the truth. You're going to find yourself in a worse situation sometimes by going to counseling, because then you'll see just how stuck on being negative and being in the wrong this person really is. Because a lot of times, these people are just, dead wrong and refuse to admit it. And they know they're wrong. But just because, they're not going to admit, you were right about what they were doing the whole time. No, you're not getting that confession from them. And a lot of times that's what we think that counseling would be. The narc just going on stage and confessing, and we kumbaya at the end. And basically, when you go to counseling, especially if you're married to one of them, you go to counseling, it's just that person buying time. They realize that their time with you has ran its course. They realize my time has run its course. Let me hurry up and get another supply in here because this person is checking out of the building. This person is checking out of the building. Let me go and find somebody new. They're already, looking for somebody anyway, but now they're trying to find something a little more permanent that, can cushion the blow once you decide to totally cut them off, because they know that's coming. You're not the first person to do that to them. They know that it's coming. Okay? And then they'll start going to those stages where they're trying to be cordial, let's be friends, let's at least be amicable. Now, they couldn't do that. They could not manage their amicability. They couldn't manage their anger. They could not resist their urge to keep you in a stressful situation at all times. But when they see the cutoff coming, they'll become excellent managers of their attitudes. They'll be able to manage, that picking with you, and they'll be able to pull it together for a short time, that is. Because at the end of the day, they just want enough time to pull somebody else in so that they don't feel that full blow of you cutting them off immediately. Again, they know it's coming. and they're searching hard. And if you cut them off too fast, you know, they'll just make a desperation pick. But hey, you know, that's my video, guys. I want you to go into the comments and let me know what your experience was like for all of you guys that have tried counseling, or for you guys that are considering counseling with a narcissist. All right? Again, like, share, and subscribe.